This is a brief overview for English 112 for fall 2011. I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page because some of you may not have had online classes in the past, or some of you may have had a million online classes at this point. But it's good just to get a sense of it because each teacher lays out their class in a different way. Moodle's basically the same, but there's some different little quirks we can add. Here when you log in, when you get into Moodle, when you click on our class link, this is what you're going to see. This is our class. Everything is going to basically be here in this large middle section, but then there's the sidebars here that I'll explain in a minute. Over here you'll see in the middle a list of just kind of a welcome thing as you go into the class, and I'll be listing my office hours for each week here. I'm trying something new this semester where I'm actually having virtual office hours through Skype. So if that's something that interests you, there's a tutorial on how to do this and then a link to Skype's webpage where you can download the program. It is free, and it's something just to play around with. This is my first semester using it, so we're going to see how it goes. Underneath that's going to be your resource area. There's going to be your announcements, which you can also find over here in latest news, and it'll also be emailed to you. Underneath that's questions for your instructor. Any questions that you have for me that you think your classmates may be interested in, or that you think is kind of just a general question, this would be the place where I would recommend posting it first, because I will check here before I check email. And anything that's personal, like about grades or anything that comes up or whatever, you'll want to email me personally. Underneath that, you'll have your syllabus and your schedule of assignments. Make sure that you read through the syllabus, since one of the quizzes that's in the icebreakers will ask you about some stuff in that. How to save as a rich text format file. Just make sure that you are familiar with this. If you don't know how to save as a rich text format, you're going to want to look through this. And the reason I like having files saved as rich text format when they're submitted is because I can open it on any computer. Oftentimes some people don't have Word. They'll have like WordPerfect or Works, and I can't open them on all my computers, so depending on where I am, I may not be able to open your assignment if you don't save it as a rich text format file. So that's something to take a look at if you aren't familiar with that. And then underneath that's your student coffee house. So that's just a place where you guys can go, hang out, talk, chat with each other. It's free of grading. It's just a random discussion forum for you guys. Here's going to be the icebreaker. This is where you're going to want to start. I try to arrange the class in an order, so you just have to go straight down the line to complete everything. And most of the time, it's going to be in the order that it's due. So with the icebreaker, it doesn't matter. Everything's due the same day. But for most of them, like if you look in Module 1, this is all in the order that it's due. So that's something to remember as you're going through all these assignments. Over here, we'll talk about these bars. We have on the left side here important links. This first one's Campus Cruiser. If you click on that, it's going to take you straight to Campus Cruiser if you want to send myself or one of your classmates an email. Underneath that is Smart Thinking. We're not going to necessarily use Smart Thinking in this class, but I want to make sure that everyone knows it's available to you. It's a free online tutoring program that Vance Granville uses now. And so if it's something that you're interested in, they do allow you to submit a file with your writing, and they'll go through it and they'll give you comments and they'll mark things for an improvement. It's really nice, but you have to make sure you give them at least like a 48-hour turnaround. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go click on that, and this will take you to the Smart Thinking page where you can click on the username password request form to get that from the academic skills, and then there's a link to Smart Thinking directly from there. It's a pretty cool page, and I recommend using that if you'd like. Underneath that's the participants. These are all the people that are in the class. So if you're trying to find somebody specifically, that's where you're going to want to look. Here's going to be your grades, and then your profile. And one of the things I ask in your icebreaker is to personalize your profile, because it just gives me a sense of who you are, and it gives you a little more ownership of this class and yourself in this class. So feel free to edit your profile, add some description, add some pictures, some interests, any of that stuff that you want. It's always nice to be able to put a face with a name, since I don't actually get to meet or ever see many of you, so it's nice to have that. Here's going to be your courses. Any courses that you're taking will be listed in dark blue. The reason that these are in gray is I just haven't turned them on yet. Over here to the right, we're going to have your student resource link, and then if you click on that, there's just some resources like how to use Microsoft Word, how to log into WebAdvisor, that kind of stuff. Underneath that is going to be the latest news, which again I remember is the announcements. And underneath that's going to be the calendar. Anything that's orange, that means there's a due date. So we have a due date for all the icebreakers coming up on the 22nd. There's a couple things I have to add and adjust in the calendar, so it's not perfect yet, but I will try to have that done by the end of the week, and I will let you guys know about that in an announcement. I think that covers everything in the class for right now, but if there are any questions, please by all means let me know. And I'm looking forward to working with all